Yo guys, welcome back to Skyward Sword HD. How's it going? Today, we have a wonderful guest joining us. Introduce yourself, my friend.
I am Chuggaaconroy. Thank you for having me. I am hip with the totes rad yeet poggers that you kids consume.
Dude, bet. That's pretty lit.
Yes, it's very
love to hear it. Like
fire.
Dude, you told me you just bought a Tesla. That's pretty relevant.
Keep telling them that I bought a Tesla.
Oh shoot, is that a secret?
No, I haven't like posted anywhere about that yet. The most I said is that I'm getting a new car in like a week.
Okay, well, we broke the news
World reveal.
I think we're about to actually enter this roller coaster that I think is also powered with electricity. So it's pretty on topic.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how random out-of-place technology is just in Zelda games a lot. Like, even back in Majora's Mask, them just having an observatory, apparently, in medieval times that has, like, mechanical things everywhere.
Zelda technology is ahead of its time. Like,
yeah.
I think a lot of inventors could be inspired.
It's kind of a different take. Like, what if we had kind of like medieval times, but like certain things advanced differently than our civilization, where some things got really advanced really quickly? I love doing that, doing your triceps.
Oh my god. Put your hands up! Put your hands up, Emil! I chose this part specifically for you because this is like one of the most fun ways to start an episode, in my opinion.
Great. This part of the game is awesome. Just okay, if you don't like Skyward Sword, play this part. If you don't enjoy this part, you're not gonna enjoy the rest of the game. I'll just say that. Like, just give this part a shot.
This is where the creativity shines, truly.
Yeah, it's such a great part. Oh gosh, I'm having a little bit too much fun there. Playing like Handcar Havoc in Mario Party.
I'm trying to go as fast as possible. Whoa! I'm just whipping! Oh, we're going good.
I am terrified of roller coasters in real life, but this part's good. It's one way that I can
What's the scariest coaster you've ever ridden?
Big Thunder Mountain. I have not ridden intense ones.
Dude, come to California sometime and I'll introduce you to some really fun coasters. Or are you against riding roller coasters?
Well, I don't know. I picked a really bad year to have resolutions. So 2020 was going to be the year that I got over my fear of roller coasters. It was going to be the year that I started going to concerts, and it was going to be the year that I started seeing movies in theaters.
Wait, movies in theaters? Excuse me? What?
I would go to the theater maybe like once every 2 years before that. Well, I mean, like, I never know what any movie is. I'm always just like, no, I haven't seen that. No, I've never heard of that. And everyone's like, what?
Dude, keeping up with like what's relevant and like what pop culture things people are talking about is difficult.
I haven't listened to new bands since maybe high school.
Wow.
And I feel like that's a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like it just kind of depends like what you're into. Like, you keep up with like a lot of the newest video games that lots of people don't. And like I personally keep up with music, but that's because I also want to be a musician myself, so it's just like relevant to my life.
There was this, yeah, so you're really good. You're really a really good musician. You're really good at dancing. There was this one time, I remember it was an E3 where you and I were talking, and I think I hadn't seen you in about a year. And you're just like, so Emil, what's your favorite dance right now? And I'm like,
wait, I asked you that?
You did. And I go,
no, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I tone deaf?
I don't have one. And you're like, what are you talking about, Emil? Like, you know, what's your favorite dance just in general? And I go, the chicken.
I did not ask you that. I wouldn't even have an answer to that question myself.
You said that to me, and I'm just like, the chicken.
I don't even have a favorite dance. You said the chicken dance.
And then you're going, Emil, how do you not know this stuff? And I'm going, I don't pay attention to dance. You're like, Emil, but this is really important stuff that's like everywhere. And I go, Tyler, I don't know anything about dance at all. And then you're going, I really think that you're overestimating how much I would know about this because you hang out with other dancers. And you're going, but no, this stuff is watched by millions of people. And then I think I said to you, Tyler, do you know what microphone I use? And you go, no. And I'm like, but it's watched by millions of people. And then you're like, oh, I get it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry that I put you through that. I don't remember.
No, it was funny. Like, I'm not like mad or anything like that. It was a really funny interaction that we had that I still
Was I doing like maybe like a Fortnite dance or something? And then I was like, how do you not recognize? Is this on Fortnite or something?
Yeah, it might have been that way, and I'm just like, I've never played that.
Which is fair. I haven't played much Fortnite either.
I haven't. I don't really know much
I'm a
about
Nintendo addict.
I had someone tell me I had someone the other day who was playing it, and I was like, oh, I've never played that, and they're like, I am so jealous. I only play it because all my friends play it. I can't stand this game.
Yeah. Wait, what is she talking about? I recommend looking in the sand for that clue. They're gonna make us dig in the sand?
I'm so glad that Fi is less wordy in this game, because I always stood by her being a good character. It's just she was a bad tutorial giver, and because she had to give tutorials so often, because she was the only character present to do it a lot of the time, it just led to people disliking her, when I think otherwise she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's just, whoa! She's just a bit too robotic a lot of the time, which I know that's like her vibe, but like, robotic isn't like...
She's got some sass to her. Like, you have to choose the right options in dialogue for it, but she does have some sass
I'm
to
being
her.
cornered by a giant scorpion right now.
You gotta fight a boss as a regular enemy now, you in the big leagues.
We're moving up in the world, boys. But we got the upgraded sword, so it's gonna be much easier.
I thought this was such a cool way of showing progression.
Have you played the HD version of this game yet?
No, I just Let's Played it, I think, 2 or 3 years before the HD version came out, so I wasn't too into the idea of playing it again, but...
I feel that. I feel like Let's Playing a game is equivalent. Like, if you do a full 100% Let's Play, it's equivalent to playing the game like 5 times.
It's kind of the death of the game for me, because a lot of games that I Let's Play, I don't play for fun ever again, because I've done it all. At the end of a series, I even accept viewer input for things that I haven't done, and things that I haven't talked about that people think would be important. So by the end of the time that I finish the bonus video, I've done everything there is to do in the game, and I'm ready to just move on.
You've like exhausted the conversation. That's kind of why I wanted to have you on this series as a guest commentator. It's because you have done a full Let's Play of the game that was like really good, that a lot of people loved.
Oh, thank you.
And you had, was it your Crimson Loftwing was called Airpona, wasn't it?
Airpona, yeah. I always thought it was so disappointing that the Crimson Loftwing is made out to be such a big deal early game, and then he doesn't even get a name. So
so dumb.
I asked the audience to come up with names for him, because your horse gets to be named. In Twilight Princess, you get to name your own horse. I don't know why in the sequel to that game, or the follow-up to that game, rather, not chronological sequel, they didn't even give the bird a name, because honestly, riding around on a giant bird and flying through the sky, that was a big selling point of this game for me, and I thought he was going to be a bigger deal than he was.
I think they took it away because too many people were naming their horse like my balls or my ass. And so you would talk to Elia,
that's their
and she'd be like,
prerogative.
"Hey Link, I just finished washing my balls for you, or my ass for you." At the spring.
Oh, poor Ilia, but I mean, she kind of deserves it, let's be real.
She's gone through a lot because of gamers.
I don't know, Ilia's...
But anyways, yeah, I wanted to get you on because I know that you probably wouldn't ever like Let's Play the HD version. Like, you're not going to do that to yourself after doing a full Let's Play already.
Likely no.
So we could get your opinions here.
I think about going and doing update videos for re-releases of games and talking about the new stuff in them, but that also requires playing through the whole game again, and I'm not sure if I want to set precedent for that.
She's saying the chances of me finding my thing in here are extremely low now. She said, like, originally she said we should find something in the sand, and then you start looking for it, and you find a giant scorpion instead. And then she now just said that the chances of finding it in here are extremely low when the door opened. But extremely low doesn't mean not at all.
I think she wants you to move on, Tyler.
But I have to clean the whole room. How deep does it go? It's like the ocean. How deep can you dig your hole? And then bury Tyler and then leave him in said hole to feed for himself.
I'm so excited Coliseum gets to be in person again.
Dude, I'm excited. There better be a hot tub at the Airbnb.
I really really hope that we can do it in person. Like, by all accounts, it should happen, but I don't know.
Wait, was that it? I didn't get anything from all of this?
You killed a scorpion, congratulations. That's all that was accomplished.
I killed Goma, and now this giant temple is going to die in front of us. Goodbye, rest in peace. I thought this temple over here, doesn't this building look like it has a mustache on it? Like right above Link's head.
I didn't really see it. It does look like it has eyes and stuff.
And then you see all the statues in the background with their party hands. Like all of these.
Put your hands in the air. They're riding the roller coaster is what it is.
They truly are. They're trying to give you to get a high five when you pass. This guy has giant hands too. Sheesh.
When I first got to the Lanayru region on my first playthrough, I didn't really expect much from it. I was just kind of like, oh, we were just in a mountain area. Come on, we're gonna do a desert now. And then I was blown away by how creative this place is, where the Lanayru region, on every visit that you do through the main areas, it just takes the cake every single time, is the most creative and interesting of them.
it gets more and more open, and it's cool to just watch the area expand when you thought it was just limited, but then it just gets bigger and bigger, and you're like, whoa.
A lot of people criticize the game for being too linear, though, but the Lanayra region, not really so. It's a lot of areas in it are big and open. There's a lot of exploration to it. It's definitely the most rich of the regions, where you can just do so many things in it.
And there's lots of like little collectibles to collect around here too. I love just standing around and getting the tumbleweeds.
Yeah, we were having a conversation about everything from cars to past relationships, like before this, and when we were having those conversations, he was just grabbing tumbleweed after tumbleweed, happy as a clam for like half an hour.
It's because the viewers got really mad at me because I accidentally sold all my tumbleweeds to the item dude back on Skyloft, not knowing that I would need them for item upgrades. And then I
never sell my materials. I can't do it.
You know, I was just kind of like showing off that you could, but then I didn't realize how, and I tried to choose like the most useless item, which I thought was tumbleweeds, but nope, they're not useless. They have purpose.
No, you actually do need a lot of them. I know that they're used for the net upgrade. What else they use for? I don't remember what every little thing is off the top of my head. I'm wanting to say that Dusk Relics are the least helpful out of all the materials, where they're only used a couple of times, but there's not very many of them in the game to begin with.
And you have like only limited options to collect them as well, I think.
Yeah, because they're in Silent Realms.
It's as easily as scary as I thought it would, Verm, but if you think about it, they should all be dead. Bzz. The only reason I'm up and about like this is because of the time shift stone on the boat. Pweep! So I have nothing to worry about. I feel better now, Link. And so it's time for you to go look for my ship, Zert. I'll wait here, of course. Zert. These guys are so cute.
Imagine never being able to walk more than 5 feet away from this thing for the rest of your life.
I know. He's on house arrest.
He's on boat arrest.
He has a shock collar, but if he goes outside of his perimeter, then he dies. Dude, are these a bunch of stacked up GameCubes?
I'm pretty sure they're crates, if I had to guess.
No, they're GameCubes with 2 controller slots. Oh, another awesome thing about this game is you don't need to talk to the bird statues to activate them. They just like activate from.
Amiibo. Oh,
no,
yeah, you're right. You just walk near them. Yeah. I know that autosave is also in this version, which was a nice improvement.
Yes, it needs it because sometimes you forget.
You
to
use your sword for things that you shouldn't use your sword for. I see. Using the Gust Bellows on those keys, for instance, actually does a really good job.
Does it kill them, or does it just stun them?
It stuns them, but they can't get electrified while they're stunned.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll definitely do that next time.
Try out your different items on stuff. It might surprise you. There's a lot of... pretty much every item you have is useful for at least something.
Can I go up this guy's nose?
You're picking his nose. Oh my gosh.
I'm shooting bubbles up your nose.
So Tim is visiting me right now.
So wholesome.
And there was this one point where... to do something, we had to get COVID tests. They pull out the instrument that they use to swab your nose, and they go, they say, Mr. Bishop, this is going to be $140, and he just like doesn't say anything, and they go, Mr. Bishop, do you understand? And he goes, that thing is long.
Here's the door.
It's a really long Q-tip because they don't want to touch your face because that can give them COVID if they do. So
I'm picturing like a 5-foot long Q-tip and they're like standing from across the room and they're just like trying to stick it in your nose like a Mario Party game.
It was maybe 6 or 7 inches long, but he just looked at it and he just goes, "That thing is long," and it made me laugh. It was really.
Hey, they're
good.
giving you a brain massage. Be thankful.
And I go, "No, Tim, they're not gonna stick it in like at all. They're just gonna swab the edges." And he goes, "Oh, okay." But it was so funny how terrified he was at how long the Q-tip was.
I haven't had a Q-tip stuck in my nose as a COVID test. They always just do like, it's usually just like spit. Like you spit into like a little test tube and they take that.
I haven't done that type. I've had to get a test a couple of times to get approved to do something, and every time it was always just like a swab in the nose.
One time I went to Walgreens for a test and they gave me a bottle and they're like, "All right, we need some jizz." And I was like, "Excuse me, for a COVID test?"
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That was the sperm bank.
I don't know, man. Weird stuff happens to you, and it's hard to tell when you're joking.
I think I was at the sperm bank when that happened, actually. I'm gonna have 3,000 babies. That's actually my goal. It's like, I'm gay, so I'm never gonna like impregnate a girl myself, but I'm just gonna give my sperm to a sperm bank and have 3,000 babies.
That's one way that you can infect the world with yourself while being gay.
All right, ready to bowl? Do you like bowling?
Yeah, actually, I haven't done it in a very long time.
Do you go bowling more frequently than you go to movie theaters?
For old time, yes.
We were talking earlier, and you said you're not a huge fan of like watching things, but you love things that are more interactive, which is why you like games more than like TV shows, for example.
Exactly. I think games are more engaging. I always feel like when I'm sitting there watching TV for 2 hours, I just keep thinking, God, I could be doing this, or I could be making that, or I'm feeling really inspired by how good this episode is. I want to go record something now.
Right, watching stuff always inspires me. Like as a creator, I'm just like, okay, now I want to go do my own thing.
Frequently.
Dude, my biggest like insecurity, like when it comes to dating, is whenever I watch like movies or television shows, I don't know what it is.
This place looks like a casino. I'm sorry.
It is. It's very nice.
Go ahead.
I get so sleepy, and like I'll fall asleep and I have no power over it. Like I fall asleep in movie theaters. I can like literally like I've fallen asleep on dates with people. Like,
oh no.
And just like that makes me look really bad. Like, oh, he doesn't care about me or whatever. It's like, no, I care about you, but
they're just like, God, I'm sorry, I'm so boring.
It doesn't matter. I could be watching the most entertaining movie of all time or television show, and I'll freaking pass out. I don't know if that's a medical problem or not. I don't know if I've never.
I don't know if like you could explain that ahead of time and have them not take offense to it, because I feel almost like they would be like, oh, I see, if like you explain it outright. I'm not sure.
I guess so. Jesus, this really is a casino.
Wow.
We've gotten 400 rupees since we're here.
Yeah, this is the freaking vault in the casino here.
Yeah, we're almost to 1,000 rupees.
You're gonna have to go to Skyloft and unload this so you're not wasting rupees in the next dungeon.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I have plus 900. That means I can hold 1,200, I think. I think it starts with 300.
I like the structure of this world. Skyloft is Skyloft is a nice town. And I like how you can go back there conveniently pretty much any time, and there's a lot of different services there. I feel like this is a Zelda game where a lot of items are important, where you actually would want potions and to replenish your shield and all that.
I do love Skyloft, but I am not a huge fan of the sky. I feel like it's really boring.
I wish that you didn't fly 2 miles every 5 hours, as I put it. I wish that flying felt fast and impactful and actiony, but it's just, you're just at a leisurely glide and not really moving all that fast. There's long stretches of nothing. You can't do a whole lot.
I like how in Twilight Princess you could do like horseback combat, but in this game, like you can plow into an enemy with your Loftwing, but you can actually use your sword and fight or do anything like really cool or epic in the sky.
You can dive bomb and that's about it.
Yeah, which is lame. Wait, do I use my claw shot here?
You're a sitting duck.
Wait.
Grab. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever!
I love that movie.
Dude, that is probably my favorite Disney movie.
Did you know that earlier in production it was really, really different, where it was actually going to be a serious movie and not a comedy at all?
Ew. I'm so happy they changed it.
It was going to be in the same vein as The Lion King. It was called Kingdom of the Sun.
I have not heard this. That's...
Yeah, it was originally not a comedy at all. It was going to be a serious musical epic. But there were a lot of creative differences that were going on. The director quit the project, it got a new director, and it ended up just turning into a comedy movie where they didn't really know what to do with it, so they just did whatever.
I feel like the best serious content also includes comedy at the same time.
Well, I mean, the most serious Disney movies have funny moments in them too. I mean, Lion King's got Timon and Pumbaa in it, so I'm not gonna say it was gonna be humorless, but it was originally planned to be a serious epic.
My favorite, my second favorite Disney movie, which is also really serious, is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is a dark movie. That is a super dark movie, and it touches on all sorts of things like corruption and religion and stuff. It's nuts.
The priest.
Frodo.
He literally murders, like, a woman at the very beginning of the movie, and then is about to drown the baby in the well.
He hides behind his religion and says that none of this is his fault, and that he's just doing God's will and stuff. It's not something you would expect at all from a Disney movie.
Well, I actually realized this recently, and I was like, Disney has never made a movie really about, like, Christianity or supporting Christianity. They've only made a movie, like, kind of exposing the corruption of, like, religion, more so. They kind of...
It's a hard topic to make stuff about, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Whoa. Dude, this is such a cool area.
Isn't it?
I forget how, like, Skyward Sword sometimes is just, like, a bunch of like really fun areas back to back, and how it's like everything is kind of turned into its own little like puzzly temple, no matter where you are, even the overworlds.
Some people don't like it, but if you're a fan of Dungeons in Zelda, Skyward Sword is just kind of back-to-back dungeons where even the outdoor areas play a lot like them.
I will say the dungeons in this game are like all the puzzles. They do feel linear though. Like I think that's why people say it's linear. Like even though we're going through this area and doing puzzles and stuff, they're pretty easy puzzles, and we're not like revisiting any area like regular temples.
There's not a whole lot of freedom for exploration in a lot of places. I think the Lanayru region does get it the best, like I said earlier. But for instance, there's only really one way up the Elden Volcano, and the only freedom you get is the order that you find those key pieces in on your first visit.
Yeah. And then like
Oh,
I guess
what?
that makes me
How did
upset.
that not count? Oh,
No,
you're
no, no,
good.
no, 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 no.
You got greedy!
I tried to refill my health, and then I lost health in the process and just wasted my time.
Is this hero mode? Oh no, the enemies are dropping hearts. It's not.
Nah, I'm not doing hero mode. I'm not that risky. Not during a Let's Play where I'm trying to... It's too hard to, like, think of interesting commentary if you're also trying to, like, play a really difficult game at the same time.
Oh, I understand.
Not saying that hero mode's difficult, but it's like...
Have you, I could tell you an item that's really good to use against those guys, but I don't know if I want to tell you everything.
No, give me tips. I love tips.
Whenever an enemy's got a really annoying counterattack like that, your slingshot's useful.
Wait, really? Slingshot?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not spicy. Am I doing this right? Is it just a crate pushing puzzle?
Probably. It's what they all are.
Classic. Oh, shoot. Do I have to leave it behind?
No. No? You can do something.
Let me kill the hot dog real fast.
The hot dog.
That's what they look like.
Like
Oh,
a
can
hot
I,
dog with like the end cut so for the eyes.
Ooh, I can bowl it. What? What was that?
This is the saddest bowl I've ever seen. Oh my god!
It's too heavy to bowl. No. Wait. I'm feeling pretty tricked. Can I like pull it back here? No. What am I supposed to do here?
There is something you can do.
Okay, let's pull this out.
Okay.
Let's open that.
Okay.
And set this outside.
You got it, babe.
We got it. We did it, honey. Dearie. Also, I told one of my friends that I was recording with you, and I was like, do you want me to tell Emil anything, like, while I'm talking to him? And he's just like, make sure you tell Emil that he's a cutie. And so, I'm passing that along.
Thank you.
I mean, he ain't wrong, though.
I mean, I say that you're the most conventionally attractive person in our group of YouTubers, if I'm being real.
Aw. I mean, oh, there's also, Adriana's really freaking cute, too, though.
She is. She's absolutely brutal when you get to know her, but she is pretty adorable.
I love how brutal she is. That's so freaking
Oh no, I love
hilarious.
it. Her sense of humor is so good. She's so funny.
That's where I came from. Wait, I'm getting lost.
I guess she just loves the princess life so much that she doesn't want to be like too edgy with her audience.
I know. I wish I could live the princess life, but unfortunately, I'm stuck with the jester life. We're out here memeing, boys.
Down to 3 hearts.
I know. I'm embarrassed.
Being able to stab by just flicking the control stick upward has got to be kind of nice.
Oh yeah, it's so much easier. Okay, that's the other reason why I love this game on the HD version way more. Is truly this game is just way more fun to play when I'm not having to deal with motion controls. I do love motion control combat, but I don't like motion control like swimming or flying or any of that stuff.
I think that some of the motion controls work really well. I think that stabbing was kind of problematic at times, but usually the sword slashes were fine for me. I think the harp got cheated out of being a really good item because of the motion controls, where
Yes.
all you do is just go, and you're not really playing music, it doesn't feel like, and I feel like if there were buttons to it, and it weren't just sweeping hand motions, they could have done something really nice with it, but they didn't.
I just did that harp playing mini game at the Lumpy Pumpkin, and that was making me so mad.
It's sad to think that their customers were paying money to hear that music.
They needed to drink more pumpkin ale or something. They weren't drunk enough for my music.
My other complaint is that you'll have to play songs for story beats and learn different music. And when the cutscene plays of you playing that song, it sounds nothing like what you were playing. They took so many creative liberties where Link's strumming is way off in the background, you have other instruments coming in over it, Fi is singing beautifully, and Link is just off to the side while other things take center stage, and it's not even remotely the song that you were just playing.
But hey, at least you get a really beautiful cutscene of Fi dancing.
Yeah, like, those scenes are great.
Are you Team Fi, not Team Fi?
I say Fi.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
That's what I've said. I think I said that in my Let's Play when people were asking how it was pronounced. I'm like, well, to that I say fee, fi, fo, fum.
Oh my god, what the hell? These guys.
The Arbos.
Oh,
he's so happy to see you.
He literally reminds me of a puppy.
Stab.
No personal space.
And then you gotta slash the tongue on the other side.
Oh, gotta cut the tongue off? That's pretty dark. No! He has his friend! His friend came to save him. Oh, I'm actually have to...
He just wants a hug! He's so happy!
I was talking about this last episode, and I wanted your opinion on this. Do you think Zelda games should have an option to allow you to turn off the low heart sound effect?
Torn, I don't feel like I get that annoyed by it. Maybe someone else would, especially in challenge runs. So I could see it being a good option, just not for me.
Because like sometimes while Let's Playing, I feel bad. Sometimes I'm like, sorry audience, I wish I could like turn this sound effect off so you don't have to deal with my incompetency.
I'll tell you one game that I do wish had its health different, and that's Luigi's Mansion 3, where great game, but the heartbeat sound effect you get when your health is low and how loud it is over everything else, I don't like that. And then it also bothers me that the max health in Luigi's Mansion 3 is 99 instead of 100 like in the other games.
Yeah, why are they trying to bother us with those of us who have OCD?
It bothers me so much, and I'm like, you could literally patch this by changing 1 byte of memory.
Literally.
It'd be the easiest patch in the world, and it would make me so less bothered by this game's health meter. And you won't
What do you think the decision of that even is? Like, why would they make that decision? Like, why 99?
Why change it from 100 to 99?
Yeah, like if maybe the first game
every
was
time you get hurt, it's always a multiple of 5 or 10, so you always have like 49 health, 44 health, 39 health. It's such specific numbers when normally it would be multiples of 5 and 10.
Maybe they just like feel like uneven numbers. It just kind of looks more HP-esque. Like I don't know how to phrase what I'm saying. Like,
it's one of the most bizarre decisions for changing something for a sequel. It's changing something for no good reason, and it's the tiniest little thing that bothers me about the game. The rest of the game is awesome, but
what do you think about the replayability value of Luigi's Mansion 3?
I would like to go back and replay it, actually. I played it single player the first time, and I'd like to see what a full 2-player game is like. That curiosity alone has made me want to go back and see it.
Yeah.
And there's just so much to find in the game that I feel like on a repeat playthrough, playing again for a higher rank could be really fun. I think I got the second highest rank on my first try. And I was really surprised that there was another rank higher, because I felt like I was dominating the exploration, yet there was still a little more that I didn't find.
I feel like if the game designers are really good, they're gonna put like secrets that you like really can't find just by yourself on your first playthrough. Like they'll include stuff that you like kind of have to talk with friends and like people on the internet and like try to figure out by doing research.
Or with your endgame knowledge of how you can use abilities in ways that were not immediately obvious. You'll find new stuff in the early areas. Wow, you just blew that fruit into oblivion.
Buy a stamina fruit. Can I catch it? I can catch it. Yay.
You got a cicada.
Cicada? Is that the type of fruit it is? No. Oh wait, no, he's cicada.
Yeah, so the first time I ever heard of cicadas was in Animal Crossing, and so for years I was pronouncing it cicada.
I love that type of shit.
The first time I ever saw the word items was in a video game, because you don't really use the word items day-to-day life. You don't say, I'm gonna go to the store and buy some items. You just say, you know. So items was used in video games a lot, and I was saying it items.
I'm gonna go buy some fresh avocado.
Skyward stab.
The Skyward Stab is my favorite type.
It just goes out like a laser.
Yeah. Oh my god, can I find some hearts now? This is also just like the coolest.
You can also
freaking
use the
area.
bird statue to go to Skyloft. You need to unload your rupees anyway.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We spent enough time in the desert.
Uh-oh.
My skin is getting very dry. That was not a good choice.
Your knees are broken.
Gonna have to get one of those compression things to put around my knee.
Had to wear one of those this year.
For real?
Yeah, my knee was just kind of hurting out of nowhere.
Ugh.
But
That's
it was
signs that we're getting older.
Yes. Well, it was fine after a while. I just had to do some physical therapy to like rehabilitate it, and it was fine.
Alice, I love his mustache too. These these robots can grow better mustaches than I can.
I'd be so scared to find out what I look like with facial hair. I've never had the guts to try. I've just kept my face bald all this time.
What's the longest you've gone without shaving?
3 days.
Dude, same. I've never gone longer than 3 days.
Yeah, and it was driving me nuts the entire time that I didn't have a razor near me.
You feel like you're becoming a different person almost.
Yeah, so I have the upside down Mexican cartoon villain beard. I am Mexican. I should probably preface that with that. But that's what I have, and I would look so terrible with that.
I could see you with like a bandito mustache, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Bandito. Can I get it? I'm so bad at hitting these. Yeah!
Yeah, cool.
Woo!
Hitting
Chuggas.
those is the most fun you ever have flying around in the sky.
Exactly. Apart from that, there's nothing to do. So many just like empty islands.
When I saw the sky islands and those rings that you could fly through and all that, I remember when I saw those in trailers, I thought, oh my god, this is going to be like Super Mario Galaxy, but you can go where you want instead of being on the limited pathways of the launch stars. No, it's not that exciting.
They literally could have made the sky so much fun to explore.
It's one of the most underdeveloped parts of the game, and I think it's a shame because the idea of flying around in a giant bird is just so inherently cool.
Is she literally telling me how goddess cubes work right now? She's explaining how goddess cubes work in goddess chests.
They didn't get them all, I guess.
I guess this is the very first one you're supposed to open. Oh shoot, can I hold all those? Oh, I can.
Yes. You're one away from Leet.
No complaints. Scrapper?
Kids these days don't know what Leet means, and it bothers me.
Did you say wheat?
Leet.
Leet. Oh, like leet speak?
1337.
Yeah, people don't really text like that anymore because...
No one really says it now, and it... To be fair, I haven't used that language seriously in a long time, but it was everywhere when I was like 12.
Oh my lord, what did I need I felt like I needed tumbleweeds for something, but apparently not.
Could just be something you don't have yet.
But I think the reason Leet Speak used to exist is because we used to, like, when we texted each other, we had just, like, the 1 through 9 keypad, and you had to, like, double tap and stuff, so it was easier just to, like, put in 3s than it was to go and press, like, EE, like, press the number, like, 4 times to get the E's.
Mm-hmm. I saw a video one time that was going over the history of plox, meaning please. You know, PL0X. So the reason for that was because a common abbreviation for please was PLZ, but in a typo-ridden internet, the X key was right next to the Z key. So that typo happened a lot, so people were saying plix. But then people wanting to kind of do their own spin on that, they were putting an O there to say plox. But the 0 key is next to the O key, causing that typo to happen, so it was a typo on top of another typo that caused plox to be.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's so complicated.
And the 0 spelling became the most common, so it was spreading like a virus.
I feel like studying the linguistics of internet slang and speaking is very intriguing.
Yeah, it's interesting at least.
I think internet speak, or just like linguistics in general for like all languages, is just so fascinating. Where's another? Ooh, there's 2
An
goddess
amazing
cubes
language
on
is
here.
Korean. How Korean is super well thought out. You can learn to read it in actual minutes.
Wait, for real?
Yes, I'm not joking. To speak it and understand what people are saying, you would need to go through a long course. But to actually read Korean phonetically, you can do it in a matter of minutes. It's super well thought out. It's brilliantly designed. It's user-friendly. It's
That's how a language should be.
It is probably the most user-friendly language there is.
So how much do you know? Have you like delved into learning it at all?
I haven't, but I've always wanted to. There's videos on YouTube that say things like learn to read Korean in 10 minutes, seriously. And like people have told me that, yeah, those are not tricks. You can just do that.
Dude, I love Zora jumping in this game.
It's fun. Are you upset that they ruined Zora swimming in Majora's Mask 3D?
Oh, so mad. That's like the worst thing about that game.
It was the best part of the game. Why did they ruin it?
I don't understand that decision.
It
I
was
mean,
the
you can
most
still
fun
jump
thing in
with
it.
magic, but you don't have enough magic to just do it continuously.
Yeah, and
all
you
the
can't
time.
see well with the magic shield on all the time because it darkens everything around you, and the camera's inside of the cone of electricity that you're in. You can't see clearly, you can't do as much. You can get effectively the same experience by Chateau Romaniing on the same cycle, but it's just an extra step that was not needed when it was perfectly fine before.
I love how you turned Chateau Romani into a verb. Chateau Romani.
I didn't even think about it, I just did it.
Before we run out of time, one thing I do want to talk about is Breath of the Wild 2, because it's very heavily inspired by Skyward Sword.
Yes, yes.
So do you think they're probably going to take the island concept in the sky and actually give us things to explore like we wanted originally?
Please give us a bird mouth that's worth a damn. And if it's Breath of the Wild, we know that we'll be able to name our bird.
Wait, I thought the goddess cube was down here. Where is this cube? Oh, is it above?
Yeah, I think it's above the waterfall. I don't remember how to get up there, actually. It might be a claw shot target.
You were saying I should spend my rupees, but I honestly don't know what to spend my rupees on right now.
You could replenish the potion that you used.
Oh, wait, Beetle Shop. Beetle Shop.
Did you see in my Let's Play how Beetle kept dropping me off in really funny places? And there was that one time where I had like my butt in the air over a bench.
Oh my god, I actually saw
I fell on that bench right there with my butt in the air and just bent over it.
You know, I think that one dude over here, Fledge, would be okay with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Fledge crushes over Link so hard.
Oh, he's got something to say.
He's just gonna talk about the fact that I gave him a stamina potion and then I need to go back to like his room later.
I'm so scrawny.
He wants me to keep visiting his room and it's like, bro.
At night. Oh, there's the girl that I said was hot. Back there.
She is really cute.
Yeah.
I love her pigtails.
I really like her design a lot. She's a super minor character, and she's involved in, I think, one quest line, and it's brief, but...
I'm forgetting his name, but I also think the one dude with, like, the crew cut at the academy is pretty cute as well. He's such a handsome lad.
Pippet?
Pippet, yeah. The one with, like, the yellow tunic.
Yeah, Pippet.
Where you, like, clean his mom's house and he gets all mad. Yeah, I really hope that they, like, take the concepts that we were, like, hoping we would see in Skyward Sword and like actually flesh those out for Breath of the Wild 2.
Skyward Sword's got potential in a lot of areas. It doesn't live up to it always though, but it could really be something. From what I understand, it was because Aonuma and Miyamoto could not agree on a direction for this game, so they just kind of argued for 3 years, and then they were left with only a year and a half to make the actual game, so they had to go with a smaller world and, you know, maybe not fleshing out all the ideas they had.
This is so expensive.
Well, that's perfect. That's exactly what you needed.
Exactly. That's so sad that they like spent so long deciding on like what they should do.
There was
really
Aonuma wanted button controls, Miyamoto was for the motion controls. Miyamoto directed the sword fighting game in Wii Sports Resort, I think it was, as a way of proving to Aonuma that it could work. And that was what convinced him to go for it. Then there were a lot of cases where they were going behind each other's backs and changing things about the project without the other's consent. But then because other things relied on those things being a certain way, they then had to go back and reverse those changes. It was, they from what I understand, the two of them were not getting along while making this game.
I mean, gaming was changing drastically at that moment. It's like, do we care about graphics? Do we care about motion controls?
There was a lot of worry at the time that advancements in visuals were not going to be sustainable forever because you get to a point of diminishing returns with them.
Yeah. There's a lot. Whoa. What is he looking at? Is that a bug in a cage?
Yeah.
He has like a little
His name's
beetle.
He's a bug enthusiast. Oh. Ah, wakey for you young slugabed. You appear to be relishing that snooze, so I declined to wake you.
Oh, so sweet of him.
But I must say, old bug, you did make the shop a mite heavier.
Your accent, what kind of accent is this?
The mellifluous timbre of my voice sounds different to you.
A little bit.
Perhaps a touch, I suppose. But pray, what does it matter?
It couldn't be that somebody else is reading his voice instead of me, huh?
This is my humble home of sorts. The night when night draws her tenebrous curtain across the sky, I come here.
Beetle has a vocabulary.
A bit lacking in creature comforts, to be sure, but I can relax in peace. You're aware that Loftwings don't fly at night, I'm sure, so I suppose I shall have to take you back to town with me on the morrow.
How come the knights at the academy can fly at night, but Link can't?
Because they have headlights on them.
Sure. Good reason.
When you wish to go back to Skyloft, just chase your dreams on the bed once more, and on the morrow you shall be there.
I'm a little bit worried. Can I do anything here?
I don't believe so. This is an island that you can go to that has a goddess cube on it up there. But it's not accessible at night, I don't think, because I think you have to land on top of that thing.
Yeah, we are just down here. We're all the way up here in the map.
It's pretty nice.
What's in here, though?
Oh, wait, that is how you get up there.
Oh, but it's not activated.
No.
Dang, how did I miss that?
It's probably just in an area you haven't been to yet.
I think this is a really neat Easter egg, though. Should I see what else he has to say?
It's a clever way of getting a treasure chest.
Oh.
He's telling us about his bug now.
His horned colossus beetle.
Aw, that's so cute. It's his most precious possession? Oh, I'm gonna cry. Beetle's such a sweetie.
Listening to people talk about things they're enthusiastic about for hours on end is just so sexy.
It really is. That's a lot of people probably like video games. Probably think it's really sexy how you talk about them all day.
Well, I'll tell you about my Xenoblade.
You want to hear more about the Xenoverse? We're back, and he's back to work.
I love how he gets mad at you and just drops you if you didn't buy anything.
Is he gonna remember that I bought the adventure pouch just now?
He should? Yeah, he does.
Okay.
You had a sweet moment at night. It's fine.
I feel like with how much we bonded just now, he can't draw me again. Whee!
Gonna jump it? Oh, okay.
I didn't make it. Oh, I probably could have made it if I had sprinted. But you would have just slid off this roof. It's all slippery. I've landed up there before. They don't want you up there.
There is an area of Skyloft that's kind of remote that I would like to show you that I don't believe you've seen.
Oh, really?
So I want you to go up near the goddess statue.
Okay. Oh my god, that bug died! And he had a little Pikmin spirit come up.
He just didn't want to be with you. He's like, I'd rather die than be a part of your shield.
Your literally, I'm infusing crickets with my shield to make it stronger.
I mean, I'm sure at least one shield upgrade uses a bug of some kind, if I'm being real. I don't know that for sure, but it sounds like this game, where the materials are pretty nonsensical for how you upgrade stuff.
Have you played, I saw like they made that Pikmin analogy. Have you played Pikmin Bloom yet?
Yes, I did my first raid battle in it today. It took like half an hour because I had no one to play with, so I had to do it by myself.
Oh no, was it fun to play by yourself?
Well, the raid battles are just you send your Pikmin away and they do it themselves. There's not really gameplay. So off to the left, I want you to look up.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, kind of hard to spot, isn't it? Imagine in the original when there was no free camera.
That's true. Okay, that's actually another like reason this version's so much better.
Definitely.
The free camera actually changes so much.
Definitely. So I want you to
Do I
go
jump
down
down
there.
here? Okay. Sleepy cats.
You got lots of cats everywhere.
Oh, they're so cute.
And now I want you
The kitty cat
to pull
meadows.
out your harp.
Okay. No, I didn't call for you. Get out of here. I play the harp so infrequently that I forget what button it is. There it is. Do the cats like music?
Go over to them. Keep playing.
Oh my god, they love it! Wait, there's another one.
Isn't it precious?
This is so wholesome. This is absolutely precious. They love it.
They're singing along.
This reminds me of like Majora's Mask whenever you turn into the Zora and like all of them just like all the little puppies sit around you at the racetrack.
It's adorable. This is so precious. It's the best use of the harp in the game. And with us talking about that earlier, I really wanted to show you this if you were going to go to Skyloft, because it was one of my favorite details in this game that I didn't know until comments pointed it out to me. I never found this on my own.
I didn't know about this either. How come we don't see these types of cats in any other Zelda game? I love their like little, like their giant masters.
I guess they went extinct after this period of time.
Literally almost every creature that you find in this game went extinct after this game. It's pretty sad.
There's Gorons at least. I guess that's about it.
Yeah,
but
the Gorons made
those
it.
people, those coral-headed people, those are gone.
I think what we've learned from like even Wind Waker is that Gorons will survive everything.
Even if the world's 95% ocean and they sink like stones in it and die, they still will survive.
Yeah, the fact that you like just see the Gorons just like out on like random small islands is like, that's kind of dangerous for you to get out here.
And there's not a single one on Death Mountain, which is bizarre.
I could literally do this all day.
No, I could too. It's fantastic. I just thought you'd really appreciate that.
Oh, well, I'm glad you showed me that. That's like a phenomenal little Easter egg.
Yeah. A viewer taught me that one, and I'm super thankful that they did.
I think this is like the perfect way to end the episode, with just like pure wholesomeness. Emil, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I think the last time we did just like solo commentary together that wasn't like some sort of tournament or Randomly Guys related thing was whenever you were on my Majora's Mask episode like 10 years ago.
I remember that. I had just moved out of my house after college, and I was super happy to be on my own, and that was one of the first videos I recorded after that.
Oh my gosh. There's like a video that literally just like takes 3 minutes of the most cringe moments from that video and just puts them back to back.
Oh yeah, all the times that I was uncomfortable during it.
Yeah.
I've seen that video.
That was my goal though. I was just like, I think it'd be funny if I just said stuff that makes them uncomfortable.
Well, that was kind of back when you were an edge comedian where you were just trying to make your guest as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, which I'm really honestly happy that I kind of acted like that in that like small window of my life. Because I feel like you can only do that when you're like 17, 18.
You got it out of your system.
Yeah. But then I grew up, I'm like, okay, I can't do this type of comedy for the rest of my life. This will get people to hate me.
No, I like doing that video, like, as much as I was, like, you know, all about it at the time, like, I think that was your goal, and I appreciated it, so.
You know, most people, like, would be kind of too afraid to do that. They'd be like, oh, like, I don't want him to, like, hate me because I'm making inappropriate jokes or whatever. But I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just see what I can, let's just see what happens.
That was the style at the time. All right, well, thank you so much for having me once again.
Yes, thank you for joining me. If you guys don't know who Chugga is, he is a phenomenal Let's Player. He's wrapping up a crazy long Let's Play of Xenoblade 2. You guys should go watch the whole entire thing right now.
It's 100 hours of content, Tyler, and it's not even done.
How many days? That would take a lot
4
of days to watch. Without sleeping.
Yeah, it's 96 hours is 4 days.
All right, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Take it easy.
Bye.